Now, let me show you the future!
Yo guys, what's going on? Your boy Life of Rio here, and we're definitely going to be jumping into episode 7 of what makes this Warframe great. We're going to be taking that look at Mr. Thirst Bucket himself, which is Hydroid. I'm going to be giving you guys a build, a breakdown, a general way of how to play Hydroid and his strengths and just his overall weaknesses. Now I'm going to be as fair as possible with this one, and I'm going to definitely go in depth because it's a lot to this frame that really needs to be said, and a lot of people need to understand this about Hydroid. Now the thing about it is that his first ability, which is called Tempest Barrage, which you guys just seen me do when I was hiding behind the pillar, and the cool thing about this is that for a first ability, it's a really great ability. I will definitely say that I will give credit where credit is due. It is a great ability for a first ability. It has great amount of range, it has knockdown capabilities, and it just completely annihilates nullifier's bubbles. So let's say you have a weapon that shoots slow and you're trying to get down nullifier bubbles, you can just throw that ability out there. It'll completely take their bubble down, and then you can wreck them with whatever weapon that you have. So that's a great functionality behind it. Now, with every positive there is a negative. The thing about it is for it to be a first ability, it is way too slow. And when I say too slow is that it has a 3-second delay on cast. So after you cast it, there's a 3-second delay to when you are able to cast it again. Now if you put natural talent on, natural talent takes it down to a 1.2-second cast in between, which makes it a lot more bearable, but at the same time the casting animation for it and everything should not be that slow off base for it to be a first ability. Now as you guys just seen me swim across the stage right there, that was his second ability, which is called Tidal Surge. And Tidal Surge is just overall, it's a nice ability. It's okay. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's okay for a second ability. You're always gonna use it though whenever you're in trouble to get yourself out of a sticky situation, and it knocks enemies down, which is really good. Now the thing about this ability is you don't need it for damage, you don't need it for anything like that. It's just basically an escape move. Oh, I'm in trouble, Tidal Surge, knock the enemy down and get out of there as quick as you can. But there is some miscommunication with this move. If you read the move, and the way they explain it is that they said while you're in your water form, you're supposed to be immune to damage, basically invincible, and basically that is going to be your way on how to escape damage since you're supposed to be invincible. But that is not the way that the move is played. The thing about the move is like the way I use it. Let's say I'm facing towards a bombard, and then a bombard shoots a rocket at me. If that rocket is coming and I go Tidal Surge, I'm supposed to be immune to damage, but I still take damage, and my companion also gets the splash damage from the rocket hitting my water form, and they take damage as well, which is really annoying because that is supposed to be a oh my god moment type of move and get yourself out of danger. But it is not working like that, and it's been in the game too long like that for DE not to change it, and that move definitely need to be fixed, and it should have different mechanics behind it as well. But before I go into the next move, let's definitely take a look at the build. This is a 3-former build. Creative Undertow is one of the main things that keeps me on here for survival purposes in the solo content. I definitely have a nice amount of power strength because the more power strength I have on, that move right there can definitely bring my health up way quicker. So I'm underwater for at least 2 to 3 seconds before my health goes back to max, which is really cool. So at times my weapon don't need to be having life strike on, which makes me put on an extra element, which helps a lot in the long run. So I think that's pretty cool. Overall, that's not bad. It's not a bad augment, but you can also switch that augment out for Pilfering Swarm, which is his farming move. Now here's the thing. The thing about Hydroid's third ability, which is called Undertow, I do not like it. And that is my personal opinion, but let me give you a fair opinion on something that's not justified by what I think. Let's give a fair opinion before I give you mine, right? The thing about this move is that Hydroid doesn't really have a it factor. And I'll go even more into it. The thing about Hydroid is, guys, is that Undertow just puts him into a puddle of water, goes underwater, he hides himself from taking damage. They updated it to where he takes his companion under there with him. And the thing about it is that while he's in Undertow, it doesn't do anything. Like, it takes enemies underwater, it applies some small minimal damage, and the thing is you just use it as a way to get an enemy off their feet, as you can see me doing now. But overall, the move for the third ability, it is terrible. I would honestly say it. For a third ability, this move is pretty terrible, and DE should have did something about this move a long time ago, because it basically, your first 1, 2, and 3 moves have no sustain for Hydroid. No sustain. They are okay in their own manner, but kind of terrible for the type of game that it is currently at the moment. And this is just me being as fair as possible without putting my personal opinion in it. This just does not fit his kit. Turning into a puddle of water for a third ability is a very terrible thing. Now, it is a, oh my god, I'm gonna use this to escape type of move. Now, his fourth ability, which is called Tentacle Swarm, you would think since your first, second, and third really doesn't help you all too much, what do you have? You basically just have a weapon. Basically, that's all you have is a weapon because of your first, second, and third. Now, you're hoping for your fourth to save you. Your fourth, as you can see, sends out some Tentacle Swarm arms, whatever you want to call it. People have all type of different names for it, but the damage for it is pretty lackluster. But it does finisher damage, so it ignores enemies' armor and it does finisher damage, which is really great. So I'm pretty sure that if it does finisher damage, you always want to, you know, that's why he's so good for farming, because since it does finisher damage, you can do so much by ignoring enemies' armor. So if that enemy doesn't have a lot of health or anything like that, that means he would wreck Corpus, because Corpus doesn't have a lot of health, but they have a lot of shields, so you would bypass those shields to kill him. But the thing is, he would wreck Corpus with his abilities, because a lot of his abilities does impact, which is what Corpus is weak to, but Corpus would wreck him because he's so squishy. So overall, my general just idea of Hydroid and just an overall review is that he is not in a good place in Warframe. He is doing pretty bad right now. For this entire run that I did, my moves didn't really save me at all. I mean, Tidal Surge got me out of trouble here and there, but overall my weapon is what takes me to end game, and his abilities does not help or contribute to that at all. His fourth ability and everything is just for some wild type of CC, but the thing is, if you grab an ancient, that ancient is going to be there buffing the team, so it's a terrible thing. But overall, should you get Hydroid, I think you should just get him for mastery. As of now, he needs a rework. I hope that you guys enjoyed this build, and I will definitely catch you guys on the next Warframe video. Definitely give this video a watery thumbs up. Let me know if you guys enjoy it, and I'll definitely catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much. But overall, man, Hydroid needs a lot of help. You can still play him, but he needs a lot of help. You're fighting yourself while fighting